What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lysha Maurice, and Maya.
I was waiting.
Okay. Maya. Okay. And this is the Wrestling Room. We have a special guest today. You guys might have heard him on the first episode of the Wrestling Room. And also heard him glorping CM Punk in that infamous TikTok of mine. Mr. Carrot is here.
Hi, it's me. I wasn't glorping, but hi.
I want to fully
What's
apologize.
happening? What's happening?
If y'all hear a fuck ton of coughing coming from me this week, it's because I am getting over a cold, which is why you guys didn't get an episode last week.
Got the Rona.
I've actually been dying. I tested negative for COVID, but it definitely felt like I've been fucking playing with fire in the circus, and it's just
I know exactly what it is. You have that I've been around CM Punk itis, and
that's crazy because that might have been it. But what's crazy? What's so crazy about that is that I went to 2 WWE shows back to back. I went to one that Friday. I went to one that Saturday. I was off of work Monday. I went back to work Tuesday. I got sick Wednesday. So what that told me was, as soon as I went back to my job, one of them nasty customers got me sick in the span of 24 hours. Because I would have been sick Sunday morning on my way back to my house.
Would you?
Or caught it at least Monday. I was fine. I didn't start feeling like icky and nasty because once like germs catch me, they catch me immediately, like the drop of a dime. And I'm a person who rarely gets sick anyway. So when something is attacking my immune system, it gets me immediately. So it had to happen that fucking Tuesday when I went back to work.
Don't be around sick people.
Going up on a Tuesday. Sorry.
So yeah, that's why you guys didn't get an episode last week, is because I was dying. I couldn't talk. Breathing was a chore, and every time I tried to go to sleep at night, my throat was inflamed and swollen. So I wasn't gonna force myself to talk. So
right.
So this week's episode, we're pretty much gonna do a best of. And we're gonna just like flow with it. There is gonna be some type of structure, but we're just gonna let it flow for the most part. We're gonna go through the PLEs of the year, well, the major ones anyway. So really not gonna be discussing NXT, so don't ask about it. Gonna roll through last week, and the week before that with Raw and SmackDown. And I got a pretty gnarly fucking gift for Christmas that involved wrestling. So
word.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it a pop figure?
No, I can buy those my damn self. A
figure of you?
No, I received the Usos 622-day tag team title belt.
Oh, word? That thing I seen.
It's really, really nice. It's heavy as all hell, and I just mounted it on my wall today. So it's over my bed. It's really pretty.
I want to see that.
So
can I get the other tag team belt?
What other tag team belt?
It's a tag team belt, so it should be 2.
God bless you.
Right.
So they only made 622 of them. I got number 283.
Damn.
I'm assuming the twins got 1 and 2. I would fucking hope so. And the only reason we even knew that this belt existed before I went up on the website is because Jey Uso leaked it. He leaked it on his Instagram story, and then like a week and a half later, it was on sale. So I got that for Christmas. So I was pretty excited. I got my first WWE Championship belt, full size replica belt, because I bought.
And it's exclusive.
I bought myself a WWE belt. I bought the up up down down mini belt because I can't find the full size one anywhere on the internet. So I had already had my first belt, but I have my first adult size belt.
We're no longer playing with the kids' belts.
That's not even, that shit is the size of a ruler. The mini belts are literally 12 inches long.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's start with Raw. What was that day? December 18th? That's what the screen says.
December 18th. Yep.
So that was the Christmas episode, since Triple H was so generous and gave everybody a week off from work, but then said after Christmas, you guys are getting your asses on the road and you're gonna go wrestle.
Yes, sir.
We stay in business.
So that Monday was probably one of the best Raws in a long time, because Raw has been lacking something for a while, and I think that something was R-Truth. I'm just saying.
I honestly, I fully on agree.
So 2 weeks prior to that, JD McDonough had made the stupid statement of, "I'll handle truth."
I'll handle truth.
And then turned around and got his ass handed to him. So the stipulations for this match, because you guys know that R-Truth is very delusional and things of that nature, and he thinks he's in the Judgment Day, was if he wins, he gets to stay in the Judgment Day and JD is out. And if JD wins, JD stays in the Judgment Day and R-Truth is out, right? We all know R-Truth is not in the Judgment Day, and this is just, his delusions. Comedic value, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Could be delusion.
JD lost the match.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Samaya, you were telling me and Carrot something earlier. What was it about?
Yeah, so there was I don't know if it was K-Fab. I'm assuming it was K-Fab because like it did, I forget his name over in NXT. There's some buddy there that is like he tries to represent himself as a lawyer or something like that or whatever. I forget his name. I don't do NXT. Sorry, it has been their thing for me. But anyway, there was a big issue, I guess, with the fans in general, because everybody thought that JD was actually going to be thrown out of the Judgment Day because it was, quote, entertained. And after that, when they went backstage and JD or Priest was like, "You're not getting thrown out of the Judgment Day," a lot of fans were upset because it feels like it was just a waste of time.
But if anybody has any sense, they know that R-Truth isn't rap tight, and it was delusional.
Right.
It was most likely gonna be a joke.
Because when Priest even agreed to it, Rhea yelled at him.
Right. But I think a lot of people are reading too far into it and trying to predict how WWE is going to do it, because like I don't know if you lived under a rock or whatever, but there is definitely tension in the Judgment Day. So they probably were trying to think that they had the script and be like, "Oh, well, if Priest is, agreeing to stuff and Rhea's saying she's leader, but Priest is saying that this is what's happening, it's going to cause turmoil, this, that, and everything." And so, I don't know. It just was like kind of weird that they had to go that route, but I don't know.
I mean, me personally, I never thought, even if JD was out, like, that didn't bother me because that was a stipulation. But if he stayed in, I'm like, okay, it's R-Truth. Like, everybody knows R-Truth. Like, with all due respect, because he's one of my favorite. He's a joke character. Like everything he does on screen is literally for our entertainment value to make us laugh, and should not really be taken serious. Like the entire.
You would definitely think that. You would definitely think that, but I mean, let's be honest. It don't matter if it's AEW, if it's WWE, TNA, whatever. Wrestling fans are going to be wrestling fans, and at least a good majority of them believe that this shit is real.
And then that's where I say they need to be psychologically trained again, because there's not something right up there for you to believe that to be real, and for you to take that shit take that so seriously, like.
Yeah.
No, like people when I hear people talk like that, like, oh my gosh, WWE didn't really kick out JD. I'm so mad. It's just like, bro, you mad that one person on Judgment Day is not out when he went against somebody that's a joke character, and you're really taking this serious? It's just like, bro.
Well, I think what it is because we kind of had that instance with JD, and the fact of that he wasn't in the Judgment Day, and he essentially, air quote, had to work his way into it. So now I think it's the fact of that now that R-Truth is back, they want him to be a part of the Judgment Day more, because of the fact that R-Truth is literally entertaining us to the point where he's posting images of himself or whatever on Instagram, I think it was, Lysha.
Yeah, there was a fan page that like does like edits and stuff like that. They actually recently did a collaboration with like an arcade game company to make something for Rhea and her fiance. And they made a picture of R-Truth in some Judgment Day attire, and he made it his profile picture. But the only reason he got his hands on that is because Finn tweeted it. So
he did,
because they play around so much. But
when
to address the whole like wrestling fans not really having brains, we're gonna go off topic a little bit, because while y'all were talking about that, I was getting mad again.
Wait, where's my bread? Let me eat my bread while we talking about this.
Wrestling fans have no boundaries.
They really fucking
They have
don't.
no respect, and they have no they don't know how to read the room. And with this situation, this is mini compared to what the fuck I'm about to talk about, right?
I'm ready.
So when I went to SmackDown for Tribute to the Troops, I witnessed Charlotte Flair get hurt in person. I have the video of it happening in action on my phone. I've really refused to post that shit on the internet because of how crazy it looks. But I have a very up close video of her snapping her goddamn knee in half, right?
Well, not only that, but it's just out of respect.
Wait, let me continue, right?
Yeah.
So she went to go support Andrade at wherever the fuck he had a match at recently, right? She's walking around with a singular crutch. She's not on two of them, she's just on one. Until she's, able to have her surgery. As she's leaving her seat, you nasty, funky, dusty, crusty bastards are waiting outside of the fucking section that she was sitting in with your camera phones and your papers to get fucking autographs from this woman. And she can barely fucking walk and stand up on her own. She already had 3 security guards around her. That's number one. But y'all really took y'all phones out and walked up to this lady and asked her for fucking selfies, you nasty, germ-filled bastards. Waiting at the airport for these people to get off of their flights is one fucking thing. I've seen an abundance of you fucktards at baggage claim or even buying tickets to wait at the fucking gate for these people. I've seen it. That's one thing. This woman is injured. We watched her get injured on national TV 2 weeks ago. And y'all want to take selfies? She's on fucking crutches. This is why I don't take wrestling fans fucking seriously, because you people are disgusting. So aside from throwing a temper tantrum about this man not actually getting kicked out the Judgment Day, knowing damn well truth was never in Judgment Day to begin with, y'all have more shit to worry about, like fucking social skills.
Let's talk on that.
You basement dwellers.
I'm gonna take it one step further. You fucking neckbeards, but hey.
Oh, some of them don't even got neckbeards. They just really don't got social skills. Like, that's the main purpose.
Anyway, back to Raw.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything on that because you said all that. I don't even say anything else.
While I eat my Krabby Patties.
While I eat my bread
that I got for Christmas from my mommy.
Oh. Can I get some?
No, there's only 2 left out of a bag of 30.
Oh.
Great
crab meat.
I don't know what the fuck Becky's point in this is. Maybe they're just trying to find something to do with Becky.
They are.
But the whole Becky and Nia Jax thing, if y'all were gonna do this, y'all should have did this shit in, what was that, 2018 when it fucking happened.
I told you in the last episode, this shit was fucking like the shit to me is beyond me. Like, it's boring. It's not. It's forced. It like I told you how I felt in the last episode.
Because now what? We're gonna go into the new year on New Year's Day and have them have a match in Nia's hometown that she's not gonna fucking win. Because they never let the superstars win in their hometowns. And then what? Does the story disappear?
No.
Because what the fuck is the point?
It's gonna keep going.
Again, like I said, if y'all were gonna do this after Becky's nose healed and before Seth shot the club up, this should have happened before Nia got fired.
See, they should have done that before, like when she broke her nose. Like that would have been the perfect rivalry right after, and still put Becky over.
Because again, like I said on the last episode, that situation is where the persona, the man, came from. Bitch. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was hard. That's our man persona. When that nose broke, like, yo, thank you, Nia. Now, is she gonna do something about it? No. We're gonna send her away. I just found that kind of stupid, but I mean, not good for Nia, good for Becky. But it's not good to bring this up. How many years in the make? Like, how many years later?
It's been 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Yeah, it's been 5 years because wasn't that the
that was
the year that was the year that they did
Raw versus SmackDown at Survivor Series.
Well, no, I was gonna sit there and say, wasn't that also the year that NXT was also involved in it too, or was
that was
that was like the year before.
I think that was the year after. I think that was 2019. Because I think that had like Shayna Baszler and all of them in there before they moved them up to the main roster. So that was like 2019. But this was the year before that. That happened in 2018. I remember that. Even going back and watching Total Divas, they talked about it on Total Divas, and that was like towards one of the like last seasons of Total Divas, because that show was on for like 5 years within itself.
Speaking of Rhea and her fiance, back, I got fucking something funny that I want to talk about.
I didn't like that laugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on eating my bread.
So I know that Rhea and Buddy Murphy are together, right? And on camera, her and Dom are supposed to be together, right? And we all know the crowd be very disrespectful with Mr. Dom Dom. Tell me why there was a video clip circling around of Cody throwing a fucking beer in Dominic's face during a match.
That's funny.
Drink up, boy.
I fucking saw that shit. I never cackled so hard in my fucking life.
That is hilarious.
Drink up, boy. You gonna need it.
Let's hurry up and get this title off of Gunther.
It's Gunther. We don't need to say anything else. It's just Gunther.
Who?
I thought that they were at least going to probably let Miz get this win before they went on break, and they didn't. This man doesn't want to be the champion. He does not want to hold the Intercontinental Championship anymore. Let him drop it. He said it in an interview. He does not, like, he said he thinks his time is done. Let's drop it. Let's not drag him all the way out to Mania again. Please, Jesus, for the love of Christ. Let him drop it. I'm over it.
Wait, hold on. Why not make him lose that Mania?
I'm over it.
Okay, I do. Got you. I think he should just lose it at Mania. That's just me.
That's another 4 months that we don't need.
That's true. That's also another 4 months of hopefully he's getting something good. Because I'm not gonna lie, he may not want to be champion, but the rivalries with him have been amazing. I don't think there's been one bad rivalry personally between Gunther and whoever he went against. Like, there's just been quoting Sheamus banger after banger after banger.
However,
Type.
However, if they are going to put a title on Jey Uso, this could be
the one.
Right. Now, the only reason why I said that is because later in that night, Jay called out Kaiser and then whooped his ass. Finally getting his first solo W since leaving the Usos as a tag team and going to Raw. Because I said that on TikTok and somebody came in my comments and was like, well, actually, he won against Sammy, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm talking about. He was still in a tag team with his brother when that match happened. This was his first solo W since they split. So now the Usos are 1-1. Finally. Because Jay was getting his ass dragged up and down Raw since he's been there. But he finally got a W. Now that puts Gunther's eyes on him. And we'll see what the fuck happens on Monday. After golf.
Hooray.
So, with that being said, if y'all gonna do that, do that. Thanks. And also get Jimmy versus Jay on, like, y'all got 4 months. Hurry it up. Now, I want that to be main event of night 1. Thanks. We have new women tag team. Thank God, finally.
We do. I didn't even hear about this.
I don't like it.
Okay, why don't you like it?
Because I'm sorry. I'm tired, and I know that you're probably gonna sit there and say, "Well, what the fuck are Chelsea Green and Piper Niven?" But I'm tired of these fucking mix mash fucking teams holding on to the fucking belts, and they're actually not being actual fucking teams in the division.
Whoa. What are you talking about?
I don't think you know about Katana Chance and Kaden Carter.
Yeah, because they've been a tag team since they were in NXT. So where did you get that from?
Yeah.
I mean,
they're an actual tag team who have actual tag team moves that they perform together.
And chemistry. They got actual chemistry.
With matching gear.
And matching gear. And they actually travel
and one singular song.
Well, they don't have two separate songs.
Hold on. Ain't one of those what's her face from Ninja Warrior?
Yep. That's I don't know. Yeah, but one of them, yeah. Yeah, but no, these two have been a real tag team, which I think is good.
Because we finally have an actual tag team with the titles.
Yeah.
I like the original that had it, but I don't know. That's just me.
Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. That was the most random team we've got. Bro.
Extremely random, and on top of that, weren't both of them hurt? Once they obtained the titles,
like they both were hurt. Piper Niven literally said, "I'm your tag team partner now." Like out of nowhere.
I mean,
like, that
was storyline, and the reason why was because of Chelsea's actual fucking partner getting hurt, and they were gonna relinquish the fucking titles, which I'm sorry. And I think, Lysha, you and me have talked about this before. On, I don't know if it was the first episode or whatever, or even just before this became a thing. But I mean, yeah, if we have an actual tag team in the women's division now, that's great. But it's, I don't know. There's just a lot of
Oh,
improvements that I think that need to happen.
yeah, the women's tag team division still needs an overhaul. Like, it still needs an overhaul.
I
Like, I
feel
don't
like
think there's a lot of solid women to even step up to the plate for
I feel like,
anything.
and this is gonna be a hot take, so get the fucking counter ready for Maya's hot takes at this point. But I feel like I know Triple H is at the helm of things now for creative and stuff and
Helmsley,
everything.
it's in his name. Helmsley, Helmsley. Sorry,
Helmsley, whatever.
Helmsley.
But I feel like it's kind of like no matter what you look at it, whether it be WWE or AEW, the women divisions are just not fucking getting the recognition that they deserve, and it's kind of upsetting to go from we had the Divas era and then that got rebranded into the women's era and there was just like this uplift, and then now it's just kind of whether it's division, whether it's tag teams or really singles, because again, falling back onto the whole Becky and Nia Jax thing, like what are we doing?
Well, I will say that was a time I kind of disagree with at least with the take that AEW's women's division isn't that great. I feel like AEW's women's division still needs a little bit of work, but in terms of competing with WWE, it's better. Like I feel like there's more credible, at least there's more credible women in AEW that I feel like have been able to been able to take the title, and we've seen that with the amount of title changes to see who's been able to hold the title. We've seen who the leader was, which was Sheeta for some time. She held the title a whole regular 3 times. But even on top of that, we've seen different champions that I feel like can be able to hold the title, like not just one singular strong person like Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch or like Sasha Banks at the time.
Which we're gonna get to that in a little bit.
Hopefully, but like, yes. Since I'll just keep it brief to just WWE, since this is what we're talking about. Like, yeah, WWE's women's division, especially I feel like SmackDown's division. Honestly, I don't know who's on each division. So I'm be real. I don't know off the top of my head, but I feel like Raw's division is just Rhea, and only Rhea. Like, I haven't seen. They're trying to boost up Ivy now, but let's be real. Ivy now is somebody from NXT that we've barely seen made an impact, and we all know she's not gonna win. With whatever match that is gonna when that match happens. But it's hard to boost up somebody because you've made this one person so over, and there's nobody else credible enough to do that.
Yeah.
The only person they got is Becky, and Becky's beefing with Nia, and neither of them want the title.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that question. When the fuck did we start using Rhea to get women over?
I mean, I mean, she's really the only wasn't
I thought that was Natalia's job.
No, not Natalia.
That was Natalia's job.
That was. Y'all didn't have to do her like that. Anyway,
and Tamina. Don't forget Tamina.
When the fuck have we seen Tamina live? Like, the hell? What? Hello?
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, she's gone now.
Fucking who was Chelsea's partner before Piper? Wasn't that Raquel?
No. It was
Raquel was with Liv.
I think it was with Sonya. What am I tripping? Sonya?
Is that how they wrote her off for getting arrested for having a gun? They injured her?
Yo.
Is that
wait, arrested?
By the way, she's been cleared. So she may or may not be back. She was seen at headquarters out here in Stamford, Connecticut, sometime in November. So
Yeah.
she been talking to somebody.
Yeah, she got people on retainer, which I mean,
Definitely not me.
I mean, look, with the amount of fucking positions that she's had between talent and general manager and everything else in between, like shit, she got the money. But yeah, no, fucking. I mean, Rhea has just been dominant since she fucking has
The Judgment Day
had the
glow up.
belt.
Nah,
But
she's
but
been
like
dominant since the Judgment Day glow up. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
but here's the difference, right? So like just hypothetically speaking, the three main pillars for championships right now: Rhea, Seth, and Roman. You have Seth and Roman, who both on their respective brands, even though they have beaten, I mean, really pretty much everyone if you think about it, unless you start brand swapping people. But they've pretty much beaten everyone since they both respectively got their titles. And yet they're still getting pushed into storyline after storyline after storyline, which again, falling back onto the women division, there's not a lot of love for the women division. So the storylines are going to be extremely lackluster, and there really isn't going to be any type of push for anything in terms of Rhea, quote unquote, Jeopardy losing her fucking title. Like, I mean, we're still waiting for Jade Cargill to fucking show up whenever the fuck she's gonna decide to
Rumble
come up,
next
whether it
month.
be on,
Rumble.
you know.
And then that's
So
when she wins, and that's when we'll have the best reign ever in
and
WWE.
and then fucking, I mean, it's just in a standstill right now because there's so many opportunities, because there's so many rumors of people fucking coming back that left WWE. Fucking
Monet. Sorry.
Money.
I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm sorry, bro. That entrance is so ass. Money.
But
I can't. Oh my
her,
god.
like you know, Miss Monet come in and everything like that. Fucking. So like, I feel like we're just at a standpoint right now where shit is extremely fucking stale, and they don't really know what to do, because aside from, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong on this, but aside from, as you said, the recent tag team championship change, what really has happened in the women's division as of late?
Nia and Becky beefing.
Well,
Irrelevant.
most of the like women's storylines have been on SmackDown. They're just now kind of like rebuilding everything with the women's division over at Raw, because again, half of their fucking roster was goddamn injured, and that to me is like, over there was the more male dominated show, because the show is 3 fucking hours long. But I feel like now they don't have a choice but to build up the women over there, because everyone's coming back and everyone's getting cleared, and then we have new faces. So people are being called up from NXT. So now they have to build up. And everyone knows when Triple H is in charge, the women are going to be on TV.
Word.
Point blank, end of the period. Like, once he's there, he is going to make sure that we see women and that everything is equal. Which is something that I fuck with Hunter for, like, hard body. Because even, like, in the Divas era, when him and, Stephanie was running shit, we saw the women a lot. So, now coming back into that, they are trying to undo everything that Vince has done, which was, essentially make wrestling fans not give a fuck about the women's division. So it is what it is. We coming into that new shit. Now, what I will say is, so many storylines. We gotta wrap them up and pack them up and do something with them because why the fuck do we have Tegan and Natalya versus Shayna and Zoe Stark on the first?
Wait, we do?
To be the contenders for the tag team champions that these women just won last week.
Wait, Tegan and wait, say that again. I wasn't really. I was listening to something.
You what?
No,
I don't know. Was that even English? Hello?
I was. Could you just go over it again, please?
Tegan and Natalya
Mm-hmm.
versus Zoe and Shayna to see who will be the next contenders to go against Katana and Homegirl. Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I'm caught up.
What we need also is for Tozawa to stop picking on these big ass men to have these matches with.
No. We need that. Need that.
The reason why I say that is because I personally, in person, at a house show, seen him get squashed by Omos. So like, I'm just over it. Like, I'm just tired of seeing this small man go against these big ass men. For whatever reason, he picked the fight with Ivar. So I don't get it.
So in terms of Omos, from what I read, is that he's not going to be
on TV. He's gonna be like at house shows.
Yeah, he's gonna be like an attraction essentially like that. Which I mean, because I mean, if I'm gonna be honest with you, the only time that he kind of really had any type of like hype, I guess, for lack of better words, was the whole him versus Bobby Lashley thing when fucking MVP switched sides and started to manager fucking Omos,
who is also still backing him as a manager to this day.
Yeah, so it's just like that's I don't know.
Yeah, because I seen some people confused about that on TikTok. They were like, why? What the fuck? And I was just like, yeah, no, I saw him last month. He's strictly on house shows. And that's cool. Like, there's no like, you know.
At least they'll find a way to use him, but I do not see him as like a champion. I'm not gonna lie, unless if he changes up his in-ring game and they do something crazy with him. Treat him like the Great Khali.
I don't see him being a champion. I really don't, because of the fact of that he just doesn't. One, I feel like he needs better mic skills. Two,
I don't think he needs that.
MVP can just talk for him.
Yeah, MVP having a general.
Yeah, but Lysha, that shit gets old. I mean, look, you see how, like, if you think about it,
how Heyman is with Solo.
not well, yeah, with Solo, but it's like look at the transition that we went through. We went from because I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, I forgot that this motherfucker could actually fucking talk for the entire time that Paul Heyman was with him.
Don't worry, Paul. I got this.
Paul and fucking Brock Lesnar, for the longest fucking time, this fucking homebred country boy did not utter a fucking word.
Well, me personally, I didn't mind that because I don't like Brock Lesnar's voice. Him and Ivar should never speak. You are too big to sound like you're 12. Like
Let's do.
I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. Yeah. The greatest fucking gift that WWE gave to us was when Heyman wasn't with Brock Lesnar anymore, and him and Bobby were beefing, and fucking Brock would always hit him with the Bobby.
Yeah, Brock is funny when he talks though. I don't mind him talking. He hilarious when he talks, and then he can still beat niggas' asses.
Like that's when that right there. I forgot that motherfucker could even fucking talk. And then
the voice crack.
when hey, look, you're gonna hear a lot of that. Then we got Roman and Paul Heyman, and I thought that we weren't gonna hear Roman fucking speaking, and then when he held that hand out for the mic, I was like, "Thank you." Now we just need to get fucking Solo to fucking sit there and, you know.
Well, we'll get to that in a second because we're pretty much done with Raw at this point. I just want to say this: Drew McIntyre is a crybaby ass bitch. He thought he was gonna sneak Seth, and Seth was ready.
Yo, chill on my goat.
We'll see what the fuck happens on Monday, but I want this era of Drew McIntyre to fucking stop. He's gone as far as to bring up like one of Becky's parents dying and, you know, her not being able to be there because they're in the States and This motherfucker said, I need your title so to prove to myself that me being here is worth me losing time with my family. Sir, y'all just had a week vacation and you stayed your ass in Tennessee. You didn't fly no motherfucking where. So, like, what are we talking about here?
No fucking way.
Anyway, moving on to Friday.
Hooray! The best show.
Honestly.
Which one is this one? All right, Friday the 8th, the 15th. 15th? So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back a week, right?
Oh, okay.
This is the week when AJ Styles came back. This is the week that this is the week that Roman named Solo the tribal heir.
Tribal prince.
And Jimmy did tribal jester. Anyway.
So what I want to talk about as far as that whole thing is why did Jimmy ever fucking think it was going to be him?
Jimmy's a fool. We know he was about to
like.
Look,
that's me. I understand like he been like running shit and stuff like that kind of since Roman been gone, but why did you ever think he was gonna give you that title when, one, you said you didn't want it, two, you kicked him in his face multiple times over the course of the last 6 months, and you have never really bowed down to the man?
But then he helped him get back the title.
So like, what made you ever think that he was gonna hand that shit down to you when Solo has never done anything to betray him? And I'm pretty sure Roman is scared of Solo.
I'm scared of your brother.
I'm scared of your brother.
I'm scared of your brother. I don't. Other than, you know, Jimmy being goofy, you know, as his brother, I think the only reason why he would think that is just because he's Roman's Roman's number one cousins, you know, and so he has like a type of seniority, I guess. But I mean, other than that, I really don't know. I just thought it was funny. He just walked up and like, "Hey, it's me," and then Roman's like, "Yeah, it's not you."
Because even Paul's face was like, "Why the fuck are you just so giddy? It's not you."
Yeah, why are you so happy, bro? Sit your ass down, bro.
I'm sorry. When I said that, I was just like, "Yeah, Jimmy, you are fuck boy today."
And then him like trying to be petty about it backstage, and he was like, "Oh," when Roman was like, "Oh, like I need you to take out Randy Orton," he was like, "That sounds like a job for the tribal heir." I was like, "You're such a fucking Leo." My God, you're such a fucking Leo, because that is such a me response, bro. I 100% would have said some shit like that.
She said, "You're such a zodiac sign."
Yeah, suck my dick. Anyway,
yeah, you got too much dip on your chip, Garrett.
Don't worry, I test the waters.
Randy,
I'm sure you do.
Randy put Roman on notice.
Big Daddy,
as he should, because I mean, I'm pretty sure that last hit that Roman hit him with was the strain to the back. The metal stairs didn't do it. Roman physically putting that man through that fucking announcer table the wrong way did that. Because I went back and I watched and I said, ooh, yeah, this would be personal. This wouldn't even be work related. I'm gonna actually beat your ass to a pulp.
I will physically beat your ass.
I think that face to face was kind of cool. The RKO fake out 100% Roman shitted itself.
He said,
I loved how neither Solo or Jimmy really like bust a move to try and help Roman out of that situation.
Them jits are scared.
And I don't know what he got going on with his hair, but they keep knocking the tribal bun out, and I just don't fuck with that. Like, it's taking his power away from him a little bit.
Tribal
The tribal bun.
I'm done.
That's where all the power comes from.
Right in that hair. LA Knight was the first one to do it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we gotta figure out which was the best fucking of the year, because there's a couple of those that happened this year.
The yeah or the yeet?
Yeah, yeet, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, we're taking yeet. We're taking yeet away again.
Why?
Because CM Punk decided to say it at Madison Square Garden, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna go buy the copyright so that no one can say it again.
I'm gonna say it right now.
All right, Garrett, let me explain something to you. You ain't been on a couple of episodes, okay? But this is where Lysha gets on her fuck shit for CM Punk. So just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Oh no,
I mean, I don't have anything to say about Phil other than like never say yeet again. But that's it. I wasn't gonna say nothing too crazy. I just made that man the face of my last 2 thumbnails on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna get my clicks some way, somehow.
You got him. Use him.
Ain't got no choice.
Subscribe now on YouTube, by the way. Get daily content.
Lies. That's TikTok.
Actual fucking lies.
You know, I didn't realize that Grayson got called up to the main roster this year.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Well, it's not that I didn't know. I didn't realize it. So when they had Grayson versus Mello on SmackDown, I was just like, it makes sense. Because the motherfuckers had matches earlier this year at PLEs for NXT. Not Carrot fucking subscribing in the middle of the podcast. I just got the notification on my phone.
What are you talking about? That's not me.
Okay.
Hey, that's an imposter.
It's not me.
AI bot.
I've been subscribed since day one. I was the 10th subscriber.
If they do bring Mello up to the main roster at any point in time during 2024, I think that his place is on SmackDown.
Yeah, they're already advertising him at this.
Like, and this is the thing that I don't like, because I feel like we had another incident with this sometime in this year. I don't remember what the fuck it is. I don't like bringing superstars from NXT up to the main roster when they're still involved in a major NXT storyline, because regardless of what anyone fucking sit there and says, Mello is still involved in the whole Trick and Ilyanov fucking shit. And to sit there and literally have the way that NXT ended, just for him to just randomly, for a fuck God knows reason, show up on freaking SmackDown. It, like, why?
Well,
and it's nothing against him. He's a good fucking, he's good in the ring, he's good on the mic, the whole nine and everything. But why? Because at that point, you're going to get lazy with the writing on NXT when you start pushing him into SmackDown.
You know, I'm gonna disagree with you on 2 things. 1, he sucks on the mic, and 2, there was an
I said
open.
I said he was. I said he was. I didn't say he was great.
There was
Not my
for
dude.
the challenge when Logan brought it up, right? He said that they were gonna do the whole bracket. There was always an open spot for an NXT person to come in and go against Waller. That was always there from the time it was announced. Now, it was up to Sean to pick who was going to go. If we're going to be 100, if we're going to keep it 100, Carmelo Hayes is the face of NXT.
Word.
So, if it wasn't going to be him, it was going to be Braun Breaker, but there was no history, to my knowledge, between Waller and Braun.
There wasn't, but at the same time, and you and I have talked about this before. There needs to be. I feel like we're either at that point or we're slowly reaching that point where Braun does need to come up to the main roster because he's kind of done everything he can in NXT.
Well, I said that at fucking Deadline when he ran through everybody and got 3 points on the board in 2 seconds.
I personally think that it should have been Braun instead of Melo because Melo is still in my opinion, huge storyline on NXT, and I don't get it. Like,
but he's him.
I get it, he's him, but at the same time, it's just like, why would you involve him in 2 different storylines when you literally have people that really aren't in storylines and are just there because, let's be honest, they can knock a motherfucker on their ass.
Well, this isn't really a storyline. It was just a tournament. At the end of the day, the way that the bracket looks currently, okay, so he defeated Waller. He went up against Kevin. Kevin whooped his ass. It was Bobby and Santos. Santos won that off strength of whatever goons he brought with him. I forgot they fucking names that goddamn fast because I don't care. And the last 2 is gonna be Santos versus KO. And looking at history, Santos is gonna end up winning that tournament this coming next Friday, because there is no live show this week. So next week we're gonna have that, right? And then we're gonna have Logan versus Santos for the United States Championship, because Santos feels that he should have had that championship over Ray, but he got fucking hurt. So regardless, it was just a tournament to get here, and it was to test to see if Melo was ready to be on SmackDown.
Right, and I get that, and I understand that it has no really impact on the major storyline, but we've done in the past. I don't know if it was this year, but we've done something like this before. The biggest example that I can think of is Kevin Owens when he had the NXT championship and he answered the challenge to John Cena. There was nothing. There was no storyline involved in that or whatever the case may be, but still it's another example of where it's like, if you're involved in main event shit, let another and I get it, it's WWE's production choice and everything like that, but at the same time, for the production and the creative writing, let other motherfuckers that are ready to fucking go up to the main roster and actually impact the fucking other major storylines.
Again,
because
the face of NXT.
Yeah.
The face of NXT. There was no one else to send up there but the current face of that damn show.
It would either be him, because he's him, or Braun. But Braun's face of NXT run has has gone and passed.
And then there was no reason for Melo to even advance even further into that. And I understand what you're saying with having people from NXT do things on the main roster, but it's also a way to test to see if they can handle a main roster crowd, because what y'all got to understand is NXT is filmed at the Performance Center. It's very small. It's literally 100 people in there every week. So they put you in an actual arena that's full of 50,000 fucking people. They trying to see if you can handle that. They did it with Dragon Lee. That's how Dragon Lee moved up to the main roster. However, now he's going back and forth because he is the North American Championship, which still pisses me the fuck off that y'all can have these titles on the main roster, but Solo had to give his up to come to the main roster.
That was stupid. They should have had him.
He had to give his title up to Melo in order to come to the main fucking roster. But y'all got people like Dom, who never even went to fucking NXT to begin with, holding the title for months at a fucking time and defending it on the main roster. That's stupid. That's things that we should be pissed about.
There's just a lot of poor choices being made in general, in my opinion.
Kevin Owens is a beast. He's fighting people with a broken arm still, with a broken hand still to this day. I saw a video of him at the house show Tuesday beating the dog shit out of Solo with an inflatable fucking penguin. So it's just, that man's not real. I don't know what they're doing with the whole, just hurry up and kick Bailey out of Damage Control. Like, y'all getting on my nerves.
Yeah,
it's taking too fucking long.
Yeah.
It's taking entirely too long for my liking. I want it to speed its way up. So in case they do bring Sasha back, and honestly, I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all. I don't want her to come back as Sasha. I want her to slap them in the face and come back as Mercedes and come in as Mercedes Moné. Sorry, not sorry. But
I'm for that.
I want that to happen because what everyone is speculating is that they're gonna bring back their old tag team. So if that's what y'all trying to do, and then somehow have them have a match at Mania, cool, whatever. But I do feel like when it comes to that women's title that Io has on her, it's going to end up being her versus Bailey at one of these PLEs in the next 4 months. Damage Control is not going to last to Mania.
Yeah.
This is a scary image that I'm looking at.
Oh.
Do y'all see this?
Yeah, that is I mean, you say it's a scary image. I say it's a beautiful image, but that's just me.
Randy defeated Jimmy later that night. Roman did not come out, but Solo did. Solo halfway through coming out, LA Knight pops. They get into it. Then Roman comes and he just starts sneaking motherfuckers. Then all of a sudden, we get AJ Styles music. But AJ doesn't come down from the back. He comes through the crowd. And he just started whooping on everybody's ass. Everybody but Randy got hands and feet put on them in that ring.
Can we talk about how this man came back jacked like fucking Dean Ambrose when fucking Dean Ambrose came back?
Shit didn't make no damn sense.
This man fucking came back like he literally was a farm boy throwing hay bales. Like, god damn. The fuck y'all feeding at the performance center? Anyways.
My fault. I'm back. I had to step out.
We're on what do you call it? AJ Styles coming back.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people, including myself, were very
Are dying.
confused about why the fuck AJ popped on LA Knight, right?
I'm not confused.
Right?
I was
So-
confused because wasn't LA Knight the one that took out AJ first?
Are you serious?
I do not remember anything that happened with AJ.
So I'm gonna explain to you what happened, right?
Please, yes, please do. And for me in the audience, you know, that you could find on your podcast. Mm-hmm.
First of all of this is John Cena's fault. Fuck John. Had he not brought his ass back, yeah, right? So what ended up happening was this was right after SummerSlam. So everybody was still on the high of, Jimmy, why the fuck did you attack your brother? Right? We were supposed to get that explanation. But then Bray Wyatt passed away. So they did the tribute episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then that next week, John came back. And then we got John versus John because Jimmy brought his ass out there and was like, yo, why are you here? They're not they're not here for you. They're here to see me, and they want to know why I did what the fuck I did. This is when he started to get cocky and turn into the Jimmy that we see today.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens. He goes on a rampage of just like fucking with people backstage and stuff like that. And AJ Styles runs up on Jimmy. He's like, why are you here? Like, none of us want you here. And Jimmy was just like, all right, bet, I'm gone. I'm leaving. Solo then walks up on Jimmy and just like, you're not out the bloodline until we say you're out the bloodline. Whoa. All right, cool. You speak. You have a voice. All right, whatever. So then, now, Jimmy gets extremely confident. I don't remember if that particular night Solo and AJ had a match, but Jimmy ended up attacking AJ. If I'm not mistaken, that's how that happened. That was before the whole thing with Michin backstage and Adam Pearce, and they were having a conversation and he walked up. That happened before the whole shit with AJ. I skipped a part. So he walks up on Michin and Pierce, and he's like, yo, like you said you wanted to talk to me. She's like, hello. He was like, hello, ain't nobody talking to you. Boom. That whole meme shit. Then AJ walked up on him. Why are you here? We don't want you here. Da, 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 da. Then the next week, then the whole fighting thing. And then, for whatever reason, AJ Styles just started coming to John Cena's rescue because apparently he needed the help of AJ Styles. Whatever. Then, Solo and Jimmy take AJ smooth the fuck out. Mind you, we are now in September.
Yeah.
Solo jumps off of like a bunch of shit 20 feet in the fucking air and puts that man through a table backstage when they were about to sign the contract for the tag team match at Fastlane, which ended up being LA Knight, but LA Knight didn't come out to sign that week because he tested positive for COVID and they sent his ass home. So he did the signing the next week.
Mm-hmm.
So then we had that match. Then that's how the whole crown jewel of LA Knight versus Roman happened. And then Roman disappears again until 2 weeks ago. And then it's just been a beef of LA Knight saying, yo, I'm in y'all asses until I get what the fuck I want. Which led to him teaming up with Randy when Randy came back and he signed with SmackDown. So that's how we got where the fuck we at right now.
Okay.
So AJ's excuse for putting the beats on LA Knight was, you took my spot while I was gone. Because that makes fucking sense.
Yeah, it does. Now I'm about to get my spot back. Type shit.
Which sets up the three-way that we're gonna get next week, and whoever wins that gets to face Roman at the Royal Rumble next month.
Wait, wasn't the winner already decided? Or am I tweaking?
If you're talking about that leak, we'll get to that when we get to it.
Okay. I don't think it was a leak. I really thought it was decided.
No, they haven't had the match yet.
Okay. That probably was a leak. What?
Yeah, you're probably talking about that Royal Rumble sheet that's been going around all fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, we'll talk about that bullshit when we get there.
Shout out my news sources. Thank you, Google.
And or Reddit, whichever one matters.
I don't use Reddit.
Then we get to last week. There were some racially motivated things that happened. Y'all gonna stop pulling on Bianca's hair. I don't like it. That's trifling as fuck. Leave that black lady hair alone. Randy Orton came out in his spin a night outfit with his big t-shirt and his panties on.
I got no panties on.
AJ and Solo were the main event of that night. However, the match didn't end in the regular way because Roman couldn't contain himself and just decided to run and jump in the fight. Which led to LA Knight and Randy coming out, and then the three of them got into a brawl, which was dumb because if I come out to help you when you start putting your hands on me, all of us is gonna have a problem. We talked about this. Owens beat Hayes. Nick Aldis put his dick on the table.
Oh yeah.
That's my boy.
He a real GM. He said, "Yo, hey, what's up, Chief?" I mean, if he could take an RKO, like he can definitely take a spear. He's not scared.
So, I had a realization that happened today. I'm scrolling on TikTok doing, my regular daily scrolls, and the clip of Jimmy and Cody facing off with the Bloodline popped up on my feed. And I was like, why did we have this whole thing Friday where they made it seem like that was Nick and Roman's first time meeting, when Nick was also involved in that standoff? He was the one that broke it up. And then while I was making my video, I said, well, maybe they didn't formally meet that night. So this was their formal meeting. However, Roman done met his match.
With Nick Aldis?
Yeah, he's not, because Nick is not going to bow down to him like Pierce used to.
Pierce was scared. Let's see.
I enjoyed that segment.
I don't think I've seen it. I don't have seen the segment. I
also enjoyed the fact that I have to call that Paul tried to warn Roman, like, yo, like he's not like Pierce, like and then Roman was just like, no, bring him to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, and then Nick put that trunk on the table. So
that big. No, I'm gonna stop there.
Before we get into like our favorite pay-per-views,
hooray!
I do want to address the leaks, the quote unquote leaks. Let's see if I still have it in my phone. I do. Wow, that being the first thing that popped up on my screen is kind of crazy. I don't know. What?
I'm sorry. This just goes back to the whole thing that we started off in the beginning with freaking WWE fans.
What leaks? What about the leaks?
Because
for fans.
Because they believe anything and they just run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw this, I was just like, damn, I know WWE had a fake list like the XXL Cypher. Like, what the fuck? Like, it was really given like the freshman Cypher, and people were just making up their own random ass lists. So somebody on Reddit dropped the this Royal Rumble 2024 card. And what I initially saw
when
was,
we ain't even in 2024, mind you.
What I initially saw was just the women's and the men's Royal Rumble match, right?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen that leak.
So I'm gonna do it 1 through 30, right? Then I'm gonna tell you what people who actually work in the company said about this list. First, Becky Lynch. Second, Nia Jax. Third, Zoe Stark.
Okay.
Fourth, Chelsea Green. 5, Michin. 6, Raquel Rodriguez. 7, Bianca Belair. 8, Katana Chance. 9, Tiffany Stratton. 10, Indy Hartwell. 11, Diana Perazio. What did she go by something else?
Diana Perazzo. Oh, she's in Ring of Honor.
12, Maxine Dupree. 13, Natalia. 14, Isla Dawn. 15, Bailey. 16, Tegan Knox. 17, Kaden Carter. 18, Alba. 17, Candice LeRae. 20, Shayna Baszler. 21.
Wait, you said 17 to 20? Am I tweaking?
Did you miss a whole bunch of fucking names in the middle of that, sir?
Did you count? I'm
did.
pretty sure you said.
I did.
I heard 17 to 20.
No.
I heard 17 and then 20 right after.
Because I said 17, Kaden Carter. 18, Elba. 19, Candice LeRae.
You just didn't say 18 and 19. I listened to the names though. Continue. My fault.
20, Shayna Baszler. 21, Zelina Vega. 22, Ivy Nile. 23, Nikki Cross. 24, Kairi Sane. 25, Piper Niven. 26, Jade Cargill. 27, Xia Li. 28, Asuka. 29, Liv Morgan. And number 30, Sasha Banks.
Oh.
Charlotte is going to be out for 9 months to a year. Relax.
I know.
So, next to Bailey's name, it says winner. And next to Sasha's name, it says the runner-up.
Okay.
Then we go over to the men's Royal Rumble. And this is where I got very fucking suspicious.
Okay.
Number 1, Jey Uso. Number 2, Solo Sikoa. Number 3, Ricochet. Number 4, Grayson Waller. Number 5, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 6, X-Pac. 7, JD McDonough. 8, Austin Theory. 9, Karrion Kross. 10, Cody Rhodes. 11, Finn Balor. 12, R-Truth. 13, Carmelo Hayes. 14, Bronson Reed. 15, Sami Zayn. 16, Bobby Lashley. 17, Kofi Kingston with Xavier Woods. Because I believe Woods is injured, quote unquote, but he be on YouTube every damn day. 18, Santos Escobar. 19, Damian Priest. 20, AJ Styles. 21, Drew McIntyre. 22, The Miz. 23, Dragon Lee. 24, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. 25, Rhea Ripley. 26, Sheamus. 27, Jimmy Uso. 28, CM Punk. 29, LA Knight. And 30, Gunther. Now, the runner-up they have is Cody Rhodes, and the winner, CM Punk. Now, that could have been believable in my eyes, but the other matches. Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. Io Sky versus Shotzi. Judgment Day versus the Creed brothers. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton, right?
Okay.
Now here's my issue with this. It's not going to be Kevin. And if it is going to be Kevin, that is a fucking miracle on Elm Street. Reason being, I gave the reason earlier. They're pushing Santos for the U.S. Championship because of his issues with Ray and the whole fucking brass knuckle shit at Crown Jewel. Right? Io versus Shotzi at a pay-per-view makes no fucking sense. Y'all can do that on SmackDown.
Yep. I love EO, but damn.
Creed Brothers versus Judgment Day. Again, that is a Raw match. It's not a pay-per-view match.
I don't understand why Creed is getting pushed so crazy.
The only one that makes sense on here is Roman versus Randy.
Cause yeah, I did hear about Randy winning that number one's contendership, that number one's match, actually. So that's only, but everything else is
going
odd.
back to the men's list. Jey Uso and Solo being the first two made my ass itch, and then throwing Rhea in there at 25 also made my ass itch. Here's why.
Itchy ass.
It's very rare that they put women in the men's Royal Rumble matches. I believe the last woman that competed in a men's Royal Rumble match was Nia Jax.
It was.
And before that was Chyna.
Was really? Oh
to
yeah,
my
Nia
knowledge.
Entered, Nia entered like the Rumble twice. Yeah.
Because she did the women's earlier at the beginning of the show. She got booted out, and then they called her back for the men's. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what about Karma? Karma answered the men's one.
But I said to my knowledge, like what I know.
Your knowledge, you did. Yeah. You did say yeah. I remember Karma being one.
So throwing Rhea in there, first of all, champions don't compete.
No, normally.
Right.
Normally.
So to throw her into the men's,
we have had incidents where shit like that has happened, but only for like storyline purposes, like case in point, the whole Roman and Triple H thing.
Right. So just randomly throwing her in there. I mean, I know there's a lot of men in the locker room who would love to get their fucking hands on Rhea.
I mean, respectfully.
But with some of the guys being on here, like Priest is at 19. Well, all of them are on here. Balor's on here, JD's on here, and Dom's on here. So I don't think that at any point they would let any of these motherfuckers get anywhere near her if that was the case. Because especially with her coming in after Dom.
Mm-hmm.
True. But if y'all gonna include OGs,
X-Pac.
That was a good one.
That was good. It was odd.
But y'all could have put somebody else in there too. I think they included X-Pac because he had did some stuff with the company right before Survivor Series. So that's probably why they had like he was on the bump, and then they did the pre-show. They did like a pre-show where they made their own like Survivor Series groups. I'll send you a link to that one because that was a pretty good episode. So like cool. But there's some people on this list that just don't fit.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I heard the list and it sounds like a believable Rumble though. Like it sounds believable. Even the Rhea one, but I mean, even with Rhea being it, but I don't think they would put her name on it. I think it'd be another case in point where like one wrestler comes out, let's say R-Truth. I know his name was said earlier, but like let's say R-Truth, and then she beats R-Truth up, and then it's just like, whoa, oh, she's actually in. Like I don't think I don't know because I didn't hear from the last Rumble, but I didn't hear any leaks about Nia being in the last Rumble at all when it was her time. So I can understand why that part isn't believable. Even the Jay and Solo thing, like I believe that to be real too because there's.
Well, I don't agree with Jay and Solo being first, like the first two.
Yeah,
being in the match, cool, but being the first two out there, and then Sheamus being towards the bottom of the list makes sense. However, right, it being a return, right? However, I think we can swap him and put him in a different spot. But the thing I was going to say is that someone who actually works for the company says, with something like this, we would never put the winners on the list. The winners aren't decided until a week before the pay-per-view. So, yeah, that puts a monkey wrench in that entire setup that y'all posted on Reddit.
It does. Yeah, it does. I didn't even know that, but that, yeah, okay. Yeah, that kind of makes it kind of wet.
Maya had to step away for a little bit. I heard a disconnect in my ear, but I wasn't sure if I was tripping or not. Then I opened the chat. This year's Royal Rumble. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I did not watch this year's Rumble. I did not come back to the WWE until night 1
of WrestleMania.
So I missed a lot of storyline and had to catch up real fast before becoming a wrestling content creator. I had to do a lot. It's a lot. But shout out to the YouTube channel for having all them fucking videos and having everything in chronological order.
Yeah.
Cody winning, was kind of fire. I still haven't seen night 2 of WrestleMania. Don't beat my ass, please. And I had the chance to this week. I don't know what it is. I was watching it with someone, and then we just never went to go back to watch the shit again. So it's just like
they said, "Oh my gosh, WrestleMania was great," and then failed to forget there was a second night.
Right, the second night it was like, "Yeah, we don't have to really watch this shit." I said, "What?" Okay, cool, whatever. So Bray Wyatt's last match was at Royal Rumble. No.
Bray Wyatt's last match.
Yes, because I know LA Knight was his last opponent.
Yeah, it was at Royal Rumble.
So that was his last match. That was this year. That's crazy.
That sucks too.
It's sad.
It is very sad. I was so surprised when he passed, bro. I was just like, there's no way, because he was one. Sorry, a little off topic, but he was just one wrestler. I wasn't really a big fan of him when when he debuted in his family, because I was a child and everything scared me as a child. So every time he did that, I was like, oh my gosh, I got scared. But his later stuff, even when WWE was, I did not watch AEW dropped, and I wouldn't say I was AEW mark, but I just need to see something different because WWE was really bad. And he dropped the Fiend gimmick. I literally don't watch the shows live. I went to my TV to watch that live when I heard he was hopping out. I'm just like, seeing him was great. It was really sad that match was his last match because it wasn't a critically acclaimed match, even though they did their best to make it really good. Which I don't even think it was that bad. People are saying it was bad. I just think the gimmick match was whack. The light, the glow, the Naomi,
the pitch black match. Honestly, truthfully, I feel like I feel the same way about stuff like that, like I do with the Slim Jim matches. Just slap your name on the shit. We don't need the car. We don't need the recreation of the Randy Savage commercials and stuff like that. Just slap your name on the match and call it a fucking day. The black light shit. The black light shit is crazy because first of all, that soda isn't even black. It's purple. Kiss my ass. So y'all played it. Y'all was playing people's faces regardless. Give me 1 second. Jesus Christ. Bianca retained. Alexa Bliss then popped up pregnant.
Hooray! Shout out babies.
Rhea wins the women's rumble, and that's when she beat Charlotte at WrestleMania. Sammy betrayed Roman this night.
Yep, that pop was huge. Oh my goodness, that pop was huge.
Why did they have Solo walking around with the word street champ on his butt? You know what? I'm gonna mind my business. So that was that. Okay. Elimination Chamber. Sammy versus Roman. Hold on, let me see this.
My friend annoying.
What the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, that I don't remember that for some reason.
That's
That
Carmella,
was
right?
yeah, that's Carmella. That was before. I'm pretty sure before
Before Corey popped one in her too and sat her down for 9 months.
Yup.
Brock
Right, baby.
versus Bobby.
Bobby. Oh yeah, I went by disqualification. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
See, this right here is something I wish I could have saw, and I might go back on Peacock and watch this. Edge and Beth versus Finn and Rhea.
Oh, that match was great.
I don't know.
Was nice.
Something about married couples fighting like together as a tag team is just fire to me.
It is. Shit.
But
if I had a married woman, you know, I definitely would like, yo, you want to wrestle together, and we get the chance to. Shit, we doing it. Kissing in the ring,
and was
and
this,
then beating at the same time. Like, come on now.
And was this Beth's last match as well?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure. I think Edge didn't leave then, but he was trying to like go after the title, and they changed the trajectory of Edge, so Beth was out basically.
And then of course,
and then that I did not really care for that match. Come through.
Then we get to Wrestle fucking Mania. Oh my god. Solo getting ejected and then coming back in a black hoodie and no one noticing is still fucking insane to me. But whatever, bro. We fucking will.
We need you back. He said, hey, we need you back.
He's kind of getting his ass beat. Help.
Your brothers ain't here. Your brothers ain't here right now. Yeah, you gotta come in again.
And that was the first Raw I watched after I came back too. We text you, you ain't text back? Nope. DM back? Nope. Email back? Nope. Send a message in a bottle? Nope. WrestleMania 39 was great. Overall, it was great. I enjoyed it.
I really liked it too. It was good.
I didn't watch Backlash.
That was the best pay-per-view alive. Oh my god, that's my favorite pay-per-view.
I didn't really start watching pay-per-views like that either until Night of Champions. So then that's when I could really give my opinion because it was shit that I paid attention to. So, let's see.
If I'm gonna be real, the best thing about like you look at the card for Backlash and it looks mid, but what made it so great was literally the Puerto Rican crowd. Like the crowd made that feel like a WrestleMania level pay-per-view. And like the best match that night is like no cap is Bad Bunny against Damian Priest. Like that match, and it's all.
Oh yeah, that's heritage right there.
Literally, that's heritage. Yo, when he came out, and the entire crowd was out there singing Chambia, bro. I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie, I was grinning ear to ear. I was standing up. I didn't know the lyrics. I'm over here trying to practice my Spanish while he walking out, and I'm like, yo, this was so fire. Like everything about this pay-per-view, and it just goes to show how even we know all these wrestlers minus Bad Bunny because even though he was really good, I'm not saying he's not a wrestler, but he's really good. But we know like all these wrestlers are fantastic. Like they're really good at what they do. It's really the crowd and how invested they are is what makes the matches feel like something. If the crowd is not invested, it goes back to like crowd control. Like if the crowd isn't invested, it's not gonna feel like a great pay-per-view. And I feel like for American crowds, because we're not gonna lie, we're spoiled because we get these year round so often, and because international crowds literally get this like once a millennium, like this shit feels like heaven for that, like heaven to them. Like they over here and they're enjoying every single moment of it, and it just goes to show that I'm sorry, America's ass. Have it anywhere else, like the pay-per-view is fire. Like Clash at Castle, Backlash, I don't know any other show that happened internationally, but those two pay-per-views just stick out as being one of the best. Backlash being the best, and I will say is literally the best pay-per-view of the entire year, and it is my favorite. And I will debate on it because I'm sorry, I like Heritage. And that's on what? Period.
Seth versus Omar sounds
Oh no, that match was whack. that match.
That sounds it's a little frightening. I don't know.
That was like the only match that was just like, all right. Like even the crowd, like the crowd was really making it sound much better than it used to be. But that match was like the only one that was at. Everything else was phenomenal. Great. Especially that Zelina Rhea match, even though Zelina lost. Oh my gosh. She brought out the chancla. Like literally everybody was going like, oh my gosh. Like catching PTSD. Even though Rhea beat her, she still got the ovation. And it wasn't just like, oh my gosh, you did so well. It was just like, we fucking love you, Zelina. Like, she was over there crying.
Like that makes sense to what I said earlier. They never let them win in their hometown, in their home place.
So stupid too. It's just like, and they put him up against like an unstoppable force, and I guess it does create that that suspension.
And also, Rhea having the women's SmackDown Championship while being on Raw, which is why I'm happy they like redid the belts, because what the fuck?
Nah, deadass actually.
Let's see what. Oh yeah, this shit
match. Yeah, shout out Bad Bunny, like the best celebrity wrestler. That other than Logan Paul's not really a celebrity anymore.
And this beef fucking stemmed from the shit at WrestleMania with the fucking chain and shit.
Yeah. I'm glad
Bloodline,
that long-term storytelling.
Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle.
I forgot Matt Riddle was in that.
My Riddle. And then this started the fucking trilogy with Brock and
Brock. Yeah. But that start was amazing. Yeah.
Now the good shit.
Oh yeah, not the champions. Yeah. When they turned.
Excuse me.
I kind of wanted AJ to win that. Although it makes sense why Seth did that. Seth won. I wanted AJ to win the World Heavyweight Championship, because I feel like he hasn't really gotten the top spot since holding the WWE title. And I feel like, I don't want to say I feel like he deserves more, because like if I'm real, I'm not a crazy AJ Styles fan, but he does work real hard, and he is getting old. I think he needs to have one more reign.
Is this was before or after the Raw SmackDown draft?
This was after. It was after, because they drafted Roman to SmackDown, I believe.
They were the first round draft picks, yeah.
Yeah, they were the first round draft picks, and so they needed Wait, but AJ's on Smack?
Exactly. That's why I said, was this before or after?
Oh my god.
I was confused.
It might be before. It actually might be before then. Because I don't remember. That match was Trish. I'm not gonna lie, Trish bringing in Zoe was like, to give Zoe elevation is like that was smart. That was good. But I wish Zoe stood out a bit more, because without Trish, I'm not gonna hold you, she's like, in terms of character, without Trish, she was very lackluster.
We could possibly be resparking Trish and Zoe sometime in 2024, because Trish says she would like to have another run.
Wasn't this where
and where we left off with Zoe and Trish at SummerSlam, at the end of the cage match, with Zoe turning on Trish. So Trish does want to come back and run that back. That would be awesome.
That would be great. Although she said that was her last match, though.
Yeah, but she recently did an interview that she wants to come back. I know what I'm looking for. They don't have the SummerSlam tab up here. Do you see this, or am I just missing it? It's not here.
I don't see it there, no.
Okay. Because I would like to talk about have those results in my face and talk about that.
Yeah.
Because that was the start of the group watch. No, Money in the Bank was the start of the group watch when we all started watching in Discord.
Watching it. Yeah.
And that was the PLE where I blew up on TikTok. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I do.
This
Oh
I
yeah.
hated Asuka so bad this night. I
Oh
hated her so
wait,
bad.
hold on. Oh yeah, Oscar beating. Oh
She
yeah.
missed it the fuck out of Bianca. Like, it was so bad. Bianca fell out the ring and was just on the floor kicking and screaming so hard. I
Yo,
felt
she's
so
so
bad
yo.
for her.
Came out of the Shawn Michaels school of selling. Like she made that shit look bad.
She was out of
Yo,
there.
she made it look bad. Look like bad. Like
I
that match was great though. I'm glad Oscar won. All love to Bianca.
I also I enjoyed Dom's weight gain this year.
Yeah, he did. High key.
Cause I was looking at that WrestleMania match with him and Ray the other day with my mom on Christmas, and I'm like, bro, when I saw him earlier this month, he did not look like this, like at all.
He didn't. He changed his diet and everything. He's gotten bigger. Like, 'cause if we really compare him to when he was wrestling with his father, oh my gosh, he was so skinny. He looked so skinny, like really skinny. But he bulked up a bit. Yeah, not crazy, but he definitely bulked up a bit.
Yeah.
And then his tats making him look edgy, I guess.
Rhea putting that ass in the gym.
Mm.
So was Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Okay, because they're fully clothed.
They're fully yeah. It was in Saudi. Fun fact: there was some. I don't know Saudi stuff, but there was some women in the audience not wearing a hijab, and I was really confused.
They were probably American. Yeah.
Probably.
Because that stadium is a lot bigger than the one that they had for Crown Jewel. The one that they had for Crown Jewel was just a strictly a Saudi crowd.
Okay. So the one they had in Night Champions was like a mainstay type of arena. Okay. Oh yeah, where they defeated Roman and Solo.
So Roman and thought that him and Solo was gonna go and get those tag titles back, and he decided to dedicate it to his dad and his uncle, and then lost and got kicked in his face by his cousin.
His dad and uncle kicking the ground right now.
Dad, are you sure you know what you're doing?
You didn't hear that?
Yes.
I
do know what I'm doing. Sorry.
That was the night that Jimmy turned and essentially took him and his brother out of the bloodline. He told Jay, I'm doing what you should have did a long time ago. I'm your brother. Trust me. He knocked the water out of Roman's hair.
Twice. Kicked him twice. He made sure.
He made sure that man was down. And then that's when Jimmy became a target to getting his ass beat.
Wait, Gunter's a father.
Yes.
Hooray. I didn't know.
Baby's born.
Yay.
Now. Okay. And I'm adjusting myself because Money in the Bank, while it has one of my favorite matches of the year in it, it also pissed me off.
Was it because of the Money in the Bank winner?
It wasn't so much of seeing your Money in the Bank. It was just something about this pay-per-view as a whole I just didn't like.
Let's look through, because I don't think I oh god, that Ronda Rousey fit. I loved it. Let's not talk about that.
I don't recall this match. The women. I don't recall this. Did I?
No, that happened. Wait,
oh,
yeah, no, that happened.
Yes. Because Shayna turned on Ronda. Yep.
And costing them the titles. Yeah.
Which led to them having their match at SummerSlam.
And Shayna beating her ass.
But I
And
didn't
not
watch
getting
this
over.
because when Money in the Bank started, I was at work.
Oh.
So I was watching it on my phone. And then when I came home, I streamed it in Discord for everybody, and we did the first group watch. So and it messed me up because of the time difference. So I was just like, why did shit start so early? And I was like, oh wait, they overseas.
Yeah, I'm at work. I'm so sorry.
So
I'm on her head. Thinking she watching.
Yep, that's when she turned. Then
Gunter beating Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre coming back.
And then that's when Drew and Riddle teamed up.
Which was forced. I did not like that combo.
It was forced. And it was forced because of Randy being hurt.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what to do with Matt. And they refused to let Matt be a solo superstar. So they felt the need to continue to attach him to people.
Yep.
And then he got drunk and started acting belligerent in the fucking airport and
it's gone.
Got himself released in the middle of a fucking storyline. Go figure. Now we have crybaby ass fucking Drew McIntyre. Thanks a lot, Matt Riddle. My goodness.
Matt Riddle's over here showing feet in chat rooms.
Like, my goodness. Damn.
Listen, Crybaby Drew, I'm kind of with it because I hope it leads to Scottish Psychopath Drew. That Drew, when we get that Drew back, it better be raps.
We'll see on Monday.
I hope we do because I'm tired. I'm actually almost getting tired of hearing them. Oh, I should have done it. Me.
Cody versus Dom. That's okay.
No, something.
For whatever reason, John Cena came out and was trying to fucking campaign for WrestleMania to be in goddamn London, and no one asked him for that.
We know that's not gonna happen. Well, we're not saying not gonna happen, but that's not up to him or the actual crowd. Io winning, yes. Mm-hmm.
She won in a very clever way that and I think that was the start of the rift between her and Bayley.
Yeah.
Bayley didn't like that Io was able to outsmart her and find a way to handcuff her ass to Becky. Was that Becky? Yes, to Becky across that goddamn ladder, climb over their asses and get to the top.
No, Matt Smart.
And then to have that girl sit around and say that all of Damage Control were winners when Io was the one to put in the work. That's where that shit started with the two of them, and it just hasn't gotten better since.
I can't wait till Bayley's kicked out and it's just the four: Io, Kyrie, Asuka, and I'm about to say Zelina. I just seen her pretty ass. And what's her name? But you know, I'm tripping. I'm tweaking on drugs. But yeah, I can't wait till Bayley gets ripped apart. Hopefully becomes a babyface. Fights him for a bit. And loses. Cause it kind of sucks because I'd love Io as champion. Think she does deserve it, but shit ain't happening with her right now. Really, she not looking like a champion on her own right now, which is unfortunate. Have Dakota Kai. There you go. Have Dakota Kai as speak a bit for them, which I think Dakota Kai has been great. I wish she wrestled more, but she was injured. But have her start managing that team, that group. It's an A+ group, and then have them win the titles from Kaden and Katana. Boom. You got yourself a dominant group that's no longer Damage Control. Hopefully they changed that name because that name was ass. They changed that name. They got a new group, and then hopefully somebody that can rival some of the top or be at the top for a minute, because they got Asuka. I wish they got Kyrie. Kyrie should be over, but she wasn't really doing much in WWE other than NXT, not counting NXT. but in like Raw and SmackDown when she was champion, she wasn't doing anything much. All right, let me stop yapping.
No, keep going.
Oh,
Seth and Finn.
oh, don't talk to me about
Ta!
that. Don't talk to me about that. I'm gonna play my game and not talk about that.
Oh no, you're gonna talk about it.
I don't want to because I'm a Finn diehard. Finn is one of my favorites. In all of the wrestling business, he's one of my top 5. I don't know, but he's one of my favorite wrestlers. And yes, there's a little bias in it, but I truly believe that Finn should have won here because it's literally the perfect story. You have Finn. We had Finn beat Seth for the title mad long ago, which is crazy because I was in the Barclays Center the Monday after. I actually remember that when he had to retire that championship, and I was mad tight. But it's not his fault because Seth literally injured him. Now, years later, Finn never held a world title ever again. He never got that opportunity. Well, I don't say never, but realistically, he never really got that title at that chance ever again. While Seth is up here beating ass, getting all these titles on the top, and Finn is down here on the bottom. And then now finally come back around. I wish it would have been done at SummerSlam because that would have been a better story. But come back around, they're finally Seth is on top, and Finn did use the story of you broke me, now you broke my shoulder, now we have to break you type of thing. I don't know why I went to thinking pots, but it's literally perfect. And then Finn wins there. And then even if you have Finn win there, I don't even care if Finn reigns for a long time or not, or Priest cashes in on Finn or whatever. Just have Finn win that title even for a short time, and have Seth win it later. Who cares? I just really feel like Finn never got that chance again, which kind of upset me because he was supposed to be the future, and it's just he's over here being filler, over here wrestling filler matches during the ass era of WWE, in 2019 and stuff like that. So I truly believe Finn should have won there, and I think a lot of people also said that. But I guess a lot of people wasn't mad since Seth won there. But I personally didn't like it. I was just yeah, Finn should have won that.
I think that's also where the tension with the Judgment Day started, was that match.
Word. Wait.
Damien had gotten
the title,
the suitcase earlier in that night, and he came out
try to help
during that match, trying to intimidate Rollins, and in return,
sold him.
Got in Finn's head, which kind of caused Finn the fucking match, if you ask me.
It did. It literally did. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm trying to help, man. I'm trying to help. And then get stomped. Yeah. That was annoying because it was just bro, if you're trying to help, and I know you just won that briefcase, why are you trying to walk out here in the middle of the match to help me with the briefcase? What?
Let's see.
That is where it started though, for sure. It all started when Damien got the briefcase.
Now to my favorite match of the year.
Oh yeah, the Usos and Roman.
That goddamn Bloodline Civil War. Now,
yeah, that match was actually bomb.
The reason why this is one of my favorite matches. This is my favorite match, not one of. This is my favorite match of the year.
Grinning.
Is strictly off of the nostalgic ending to the match. And I love my Wrestle Talk friends and members of the community. The way that y'all line up that 2013 match and the way that it literally ended the same exact way, with Jimmy in the corner, Jay going up top, Uso splash, pinning Roman, and then it just transfers into it, it transforms. When he's in the air, it just transforms into the Money in the Bank Oh my god.
Yeah, that was cool. I didn't even realize about the ending, the nostalgia ending until we brought it up. I'm
It's
like, okay, that's
literally
actually
ends the same freaking way. And
yeah.
listen, I could watch that match over and over and over and over and over again. And then the way that we tore Big O up in the car? What?
Yeah, I remember that.
What? We didn't let
Oh my
that
gosh.
man live that shit down. I wish Maya was still here. We did not let him live that shit down for at least 2 weeks. Every time he spoke, we was dropping the emotes on his head, bro.
Yeah.
Because he swore up and down Roman was going to win. And then he tried to flip the script after the fact and try and be a Uso. We were
Yo, I remember he tried to change sides. He's just like, hey, I'm one of y'all.
we were on his ass, bro. He was just like, fuck Roman. And then all of a sudden, after this match, he was a CM Punk guy. And we were just like, nah,
He
we on your
was really glorbing. Yeah. He was really glorbing.
But this match was so fucking good. Like, it really puts you in that mindset of they really are the ones. Like,
They're the ones.
even with them going back to the day one ish merch, I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I still have to get one of them red shirts before they're like gone completely. But this match, they fought their asses off. And I love how Jimmy and Jay let the red like fade out of their hair. Like, you just seen them transforming back into the Usos that we knew prior to 2020.
Oh yeah, and that was the best. You know,
Like,
prior 2020 was so hard.
This was the perfect ending to a narcissistic like dragging. And if anyone has ever dealt with a narcissist, you know how hard it is to get out of that situation and get away from them. And the way that they pulled themselves out of that shit in this match was amazing. Although that Friday after Money in the Bank, they were still wearing their little bloodline clothing. The We the Ones, they were still wearing it. It's okay. They had to get new gear, okay? But that, hands down, is my favorite match of this year. And it was the family, like, even like the little subtle things, like while Jay's pinning Roman, like Roman whispers "I love you" into his ear type shit. Like, it's so much emotion that went into that match. I think I might have cried at the end of that match. Like, I was just that fucking excited. Like,
hold on now,
it was great. And then we never saw Jay with a fade for the rest of the year. But like,
sadly.
So for whatever reason, SummerSlam isn't up here on the WWE website. I don't know what the fuck they got going on, but
that's why because I'm like, I was thinking because didn't Finn and Seth
they did another match, and Finn came in as the demon in that match. Yeah, and then Seth wore the outfit that he wore when he injured him in that. When he injured him, I remember that. Yeah. So I have the card on my TikTok simply because content creator, duh. So Bianca, Bianca, Asuka, and Charlotte for the women's title. Bianca won it, and then Io cashed in. She's been the fucking champ ever since.
Also, Finn wasn't the demon in this one.
Hold on, let me see. I'm scrolling, people. I'm scrolling. I make videos every fucking week, and it's like 10 of them per day.
Mm-hmm. And you guys aren't subbing. You guys aren't liking. Like, there's a problem here.
Let's see. I'm getting there. Holy shit. Yep, I'm still getting there. Okay, boom. Here we go. It was Logan versus Ricochet. That acrobatic ass match.
Yep. I didn't think that match. Well, I don't want to say I didn't think that match was good. That match was pretty alright. Pretty good.
They botched something really bad in that match that could have injured the both of them.
They did.
Really, really badly.
Yeah.
This was when Cody finally defeated Brock, and Brock was damn near naked by the end of that match.
Mm-hmm.
Which was scary because why was your shorts just ripping and tearing like that?
Because it got ripped at the seams. Oh yeah, and then he hugged him.
Mm-hmm. They dapped it up.
Which was unplanned, which I found really cool.
Yeah, Cody was like, I don't trust you. I'm not.
he's like, well, what do you do? I literally just pulled up the clip. He's like, oh, what are you doing?
I'm not touching you.
Like, sir, I see your boxers. Please fix your shorts.
Damian came out with that damn briefcase again during that match. The match with the tribal combat match, a lot of people were upset about that because of the rules and all of that stuff. And that was a fault on WWE because it was supposed to be like a no interference type of thing. Like, it wasn't an anything goes type of match. And then all of a sudden, the day of, it was an anything goes. There's no disqualifications. Like, Solo can intervene. Like, Jimmy can pop up out of nowhere. Like, y'all can run through the crowd. Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want type of match. But that wasn't the stipulations originally. So a lot of wrestling fans were upset about that. But at the same time, it was just like, it's WWE. They fucking change shit last minute all the time.
Yeah. Nothing lost.
So, that night was, I think that the split between the twins happened too soon. Here's why I say that.
Oh, I really like
SummerSlam happened probably like within 3 weeks of Money in the Bank. So the Usos did an interview in London, and they said that their dream match is to face each other at a WrestleMania and have their dad be the referee. And, you know, they want to do that before they retire, right? So that started to go viral. And I feel like after that interview, the fans started to push for that to happen. Now, for weeks after Money in the Bank, you had the whole thing with them injuring Jimmy and Paul, you know, constantly berating Jay and saying, you are the reason why your brother's in the hospital. You are the reason why your brother got injured. You. And you would think kayfabe, his brother is at home hearing this, and he starts to believe it. Which then leads to what happened in Detroit. This motherfucker popping up, kicking his brother in the face. Looking great, by the way. All that, he took 2 months off and lost a shit ton of fucking weight. I want to know how he did it, because I need to do it my damn self. So, that happens, right? So I feel like with that interview going viral and it just being a talk, that once that happened at SummerSlam, it forced WWE to push that story sooner than they wanted to. So here we are now. We are what, 5 months since SummerSlam and 4 months away from Mania. The last time we had a face-to-face with these two on TV was when Jimmy cost Cody and Jay the titles against the Judgment Day on Raw. That was the last time the Usos were on TV together. Now they've had interactions with each other at not holiday shows, but like house shows since, with like clips and stuff being posted on WWE social media. However, it's not canon to the stories.
Yeah, house shows never are. Yeah.
You know, those are just like repeat matches that you'll see on TV, or just like random like fantasy matches type shit. Like I said earlier, fucking Omos versus Tozawa. Like what?
I would love to see that personally.
Oh, it was great.
Me.
Yeah, but he got squashed.
I wish I'd seen it. Me personally, I wish I'd seen it.
So you have stuff like that, right? And I feel like again, it pushed the story too far. We're too far gone from it, because I felt like Survivor Series, even with the story with the Judgment Day, that 5-on-5 shouldn't have been that. It should have been, if they needed a fifth member, it shouldn't have been Drew. It should have been Jimmy or Solo. And like, had they not let JD into the Judgment Day, that could have been their extra 2 for that team instead of Drew and JD. That to me would have been perfect. But there are still subtle hints of Jimmy and Jay coming, because when Jay was on the bump, he said Jimmy still got an ass whooping coming to him. He said that.
Yeah, he did.
So it's still in the works, but we might not get it when we want to get it. And if they do try and push this in the next 4 months, God help them.
God help them indeed.
After there's a bunch of shit that's missing here, because Fastlane isn't up here.
Fastlane?
Fastlane or Payback?
I don't remember what happened at Fastlane.
Let's see. Let's go back to my ticker talker. Well, I know what happened at Payback, because I was supposed to be at Payback. So Payback is when main event Jey Uso returned to the WWE as a member of the Raw roster, courtesy of Mr. Cody Rhodes.
Mr. Rhodes.
Let's see. I'm getting there. I'm scrolling. It should have just left off where I was at. That was I believe I drank that entire fucking pay-per-view. I'm not gonna hold you, because I was drunk. Okay, I don't think I recorded anything for that pay-per-view because it was that mid. But damn. You had Sammy and KO versus the Judgment Day. I believe that is when the Judgment Day won the titles. You had The Miz versus LA Knight. That beef was weird. But
it was pretty good in terms of promo.
Raquel and Rhea. Becky and Trish with the cage match.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that was. As far as what I can see on my TikTok. And this is when Ray won the United States Championship off of Austin Theory.
A-Town.
Yep. And then Cody, Grayson Waller, the Waller effect, where, like I said, it was announced that Mr. Oos was,
For the Raw stuff.
Let's see. John Cena, he comes in and starts fucking up shit.
I forgot about that too.
Let's see what else. Yep. So then we go to Fastlane. We had LA Knight and John Cena versus the Real Twins, Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa.
Oh yeah.
Because them niggas got the same face. My lord. Then you had Cody And Jay versus the Judgment Day. That is when Yeet Nightmare became tag team champion.
Yeet Nightmare.
Then you had the LWO versus Bobby and the Street Profits. We'll get to that main event. That was another one of my favorite matches of the night too. Was that main event? It was Io, Asuka, and Charlotte for the women's championship. And there was another match that's here that I can't tell what it is. Let me see. Nope. There isn't. And then the main event of that match was the last man standing, Shinsuke versus Seth.
Or Shinsuke also should have won.
I remember your reaction that night.
Was I actually going mad?
It was very funny.
Was I going mad? I don't remember my reaction. I remember me not being happy.
Yeah, no. You weren't excited at all.
Oh, okay.
And that was Jade Cargill's debut on screen. And then they teased her on like every show possible after that, and then she disappeared because she's been in training. So hopefully we will see Jade Cargill next month. But
I hope so.
One of my favorite WWE moments, which is also one of Cody's favorite WWE moments of 2023, came out of that night, which was the drunk press conference.
I'm so glad I stayed for that. Oh my gosh.
Right? Everybody was leaving the call, and then we were just like, nah, we about to watch this. And then it ended up being really fucking good.
I'd never stay for those. I'll stay and look at this. That shit was funny.
Because we usually sit and talk through those. We don't never pay attention to them, but that shit was actually really, really good. Somebody fucking asked Io about fucking Taylor Swift that night. It was just like, it was too much.
Yeah, it was just like, bro, what? Yeah, that was a dumbass question, man, and the foolishness happened, bro. Would you ever wrestle Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift?
She didn't know what the fuck to say because that shit was so random.
It was so stupid, bro. I'll be ready for Taylor Swift, I guess.
And then we get to the shit that's on the screen. And that's been on the screen.
Oh yeah. Contra was actually pretty good.
So
what happened there?
JD versus fucking Sammy, that kickoff match was fire. That should have actually been on the card and something else could have been taken out, but we're not gonna talk about that.
It should have. That match didn't matter, sadly.
Seth versus Drew. And
Seth
Drew was
winning.
like, oh, I let my good heart keep me from like annihilating him. Blah 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 blah. His back was hurting. I didn't want to hurt him even more. Boy, go to hell.
I could have taken advantage, but I didn't.
What is this stain on Raquel's ass? What is this?
Ew, that has to be makeup or something.
I would hope that's makeup.
Dookie stains? Oh nah.
That 5-way match could have been a bigger banger if Zoe wasn't in it.
Really?
I feel like there was somebody else that could have been in that spot. But that's also me just not knowing a lot about Zoe enough to give a fuck about her being in that match.
Yeah, I think a lot of people sided with you there.
So yeah, it was Rhea, Nia, Shayna, Raquel, and Zoe. Rhea retained. Her makeup that night. Oh my god, I'm gonna recreate it one of these days. Yes, she had like this purple fucking Joker thing going on. It was
amazing. I remember that. That was.
I creamed really hard when she came out. I was just like, oh my god, she looks so good.
You too? I mean, I'm not supposed to agree. I'm not supposed to agree.
The night that Solo did what the fuck he was supposed to do.
Beat up John Cena. And so he did. Beat him up.
We ain't seen John since.
Damn straight. We won't ever.
And then the writer's strike, like the fucking strike ended right after this happened. It was perfect timing, and then that man went into surgery. Listen. Solo did what Solo was supposed to do, and
He got
he
over.
channeled his inner Umaga and fucked John Cena up. He gave that man 15 Samoan spikes to the throat, bro.
Bro cannot talk anymore. Bro speaking through his I don't know, his clavicle.
15 spikes. And then after that, Solo started wearing shoes during his matches. God bless him.
They say, yeah, put those dogs away. We don't want to see that no more.
And then the LWO ended as we know it.
Sad.
After Crown Jewel, Logan Paul defeated Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship.
Great.
With the help of Santos Escobar. And the reason why I say with his help is because one of Logan's little flunkies did what they did in the match with Ricochet at SummerSlam and fed him some fucking brass knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
Santos
left it.
Picked them up after Logan dropped them.
Mm-hmm.
And then went to go chase off the flunky and placed them back on the mat and pushed them towards Logan, which is how Logan then won. And then Carlito called Santos out that next week, and Santos lost his fucking mind. He attacked Rey. For whatever reason, wouldn't even attempt to fucking fight Carlito, because I don't think they had a match after that, and we haven't really seen Carlito since. I think they've had him on house shows as well. And the LWO ended as we know it.
Damn. Yeah.
And it's all because of jealousy. So that's why I was saying at the beginning of the show, Santos going against Logan at the Royal Rumble makes more sense than KO going against Logan. They had a whatchamacallit, sure. A little promo shit talking back and forth. Sure. Cool. Whatever. But the story with Santos goes back so far that it would be stupid of them to give that match to Kevin.
Yeah. He literally.
Io, yeah.
Escobar.
Io versus Bianca with Damage Control banned from ringside. Well, they were supposed to be banned from fucking ringside. Bayley still found some way to have her thick ass out there. And then we also saw the return of Kairi Sane that night. Which again, you fucking...
I remember that one.
You lost your fucking mind.
I did. I remember that one. That was...
You absolutely lost your fucking mind.
Oh my days. Like, how could I say it's Asian excellency? Like, that's it. It's Asian excellency.
Io retained, obviously, because she had hope. Cody versus Damian Priest. Mid-match. Very, very mid. That match was mid. JD, Finn, and Dom all got chased out by one singular person. The main reason that I was upset about this had nothing to do with Crown Jewel as a whole. It was just that the next day after Crown Jewel, I was going to my first house show. And I was expecting for certain people to be there, but they weren't there because they were in Saudi. So, yeah. When I bought the tickets, Sammy, Kevin, Cody, and somebody else that was in Saudi was advertised for that show when I bought the tickets. But the card is scheduled to change depending on what's going on within the company. So when I saw Jay come out. Y'all heard me in the call. I screamed, "God damn it!" so loud. Oh, Jimmy was another person that was on that was scheduled to be there, and they were both in Saudi, and I was just like, but I had fun at my first Super Show. Like I'm not gonna act like I didn't have fun, like, and I didn't enjoy like the show that I got. But
No, you didn't have fun.
Yeah, it was just like, damn, what the fuck. And then we had this dumbass match. This match was so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Fucking Roman Reigns versus LA Knight. That they could have kept this match. This match was so
couldn't wait
stupid.
for it. They couldn't wait. They could not wait.
Roman Reigns is still the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, but not before a fight from what?
What does that mean? What does that
But
mean?
not before a fight with LA Knight. The back and forth action was interrupted by Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso, but the accompanying spear wasn't enough to put away the megastar. Knight may have held the had the title won after spiking the head of the table with the BFT, but Uso placed yeah. He did place his fucking leg on the belt on the rope. That shit was so fucking stupid. Yeah, Crown Jewel honestly could have just not been like a major show.
It could have been kept.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, no. The last major.
Let's talk about it.
Pay-per-view was Survivor Series.
Let's talk about it.
Presented by Credit One Bank.
Why do they still got that old picture of Becky Lynch? I'm sorry.
I owe them some money. I think that's her roster picture.
Yeah, but they could change that. Like, I hate that.
Let me see.
The haircut look.
Yeah, this is still her roster picture.
That look is so whack. I'm sorry, Becky. Becky's one of my favorite female wrestlers. that hairstyle and makeup, everything could be kept.
Survivor Series, yay, woo! So you guys heard the aftermath of Survivor Series on the very first episode of this here podcast. So you guys know how Karen and I feel about this, but we are going to recap it again.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna keep it brief.
So we had the very first match of the night was the women's War Games match. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair.
I did go back to watch that.
Bianca, Shotzi, Io, Kyrie, Bailey, Asuka. And Damage Control 100% fucking lost.
The wrong team lost. One.
You aren't the only person who feels that way.
Really?
But that builds up Bailey being removed from her own group. It does. It was warranted.
It makes sense why. It makes sense. I'm not mad that they lost. Like, I still think they should have won, but why they lost makes sense, and I'm not mad.
The Miz versus Gunther.
Okay.
I feel like this match could have been longer, but it is what it is. Dragon Lee versus Santos could have been kept.
Santos Escobar. Sorry.
This match could have been kept so badly.
You could even see the point where he slapped his thigh right there. Wrestling's fake.
This match, I blinked and it was over. That's why I keep saying like the shit could have been kept.
I didn't watch it.
It wasn't a good match at all. Rhea versus Zoe.
I forgot that match happened here.
Zoe was giving Rhea a run for her money. I feel like Rhea was scared at certain points that like she was gonna lose.
Finally.
Like, it was one of those matches. It really was. It was one of those matches.
Don't worry. When Tiffany Stratton comes up, she's really gonna be scared.
That was funny. Then we get to the men's War Games match. I say the women's War Games match was match of the night, but the guys really, really put the work in.
They did.
That last like 45 minutes, right?
They were going all out. I did like that. It was all the spots were really good. All the spots were really good on that.
So what you had was Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and Randy Orton versus the Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre. Now, having somebody on your team that don't fuck with you on both sides is crazy. Like, Randy don't fuck with Jay. Well, he wasn't fucking with Jay at the time. And then Drew didn't like nobody in the Judgment Day. That man was shaking that cage and Dom was in there shitting a brick. Like, it was just a lot going on. I still don't understand why the fuck Dom was last to come out. But
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I honestly thought it made sense since he's the baby of the group. So like, you don't want to send the baby to die first. Like,
I mean, they should have. But Seth versus Finn first was great. I liked that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a great start. W start.
And then we all know how Survivor Series ends. Phillip Brooks made his appearance. He came back.
Yeah, I mean,
at the very end.
Play the clip.
Oh no, the clip is inserted in the first episode. Because you were trying to deny Glorpin and it was in 4K.
I really am still thinking I wasn't going that crazy, but that's just me. That's just me. Like I was shocked. Just like as in the description it says, in a shocking conclusion. I wasn't Glorping. It was shocking.
I can tell you this right now. Me personally, I was over it because there had been so many reports of he's in talks, he's not in talks, he's in talks, he's not in talks. And then for it to come out that nobody knew until right before he walked out. Like the only people that knew was like Triple H
and a couple others.
A couple other people in creative. And then to see all the videos of Seth like losing his shit, going off, cussing.
Yeah, that was crazy. I felt like that was not real.
And then to finally hear him talk about it, and stuff like that, he says he wished he would have held his composure a little bit more because he does pride himself on being a role model and all that cussing and finger flipping and charging and shit.
Billy, don't look at him. That's not Seth Rollins.
Was a lot.
That's Beth Rollins.
So, this moment right here then led to CM Punk being shoved down our throats for 4 weeks straight. Not 4 weeks, for 2 weeks straight, and 4 episode increments. Two of them in which I had to sit through in person, my damn self.
Oh yeah. So, I'm glad I wish I was in your place personally, but
what I can say is this. He is loved.
I'm nodding my head right now.
He is where people feel like he belongs. But I will agree with Seth, this is not his home.
Oh.
And I say that because of the way he's talked about the company in the past. And I understand working with Vince McMahon is hard. A lot of people's gripes with the company comes from working under Vince, right? But then when you have someone like Triple H who is trying to right those wrongs, I just think that sometimes you should just keep your opinions on Vince and not the entire company as a whole.
He wasn't mainly talking about Vince's WWE though. You don't think he was the WWE he always talked about was Vince's WWE, and the reason why he came back was because it's Triple H's WWE. Well, Triple H's, I put quotes, but a different WWE now is no longer Vince's. You think he was just talking about the company on the whole, and not just
yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I also I kicked my keyboard because it's on the floor. I thought I clicked something else, like hit a button or something, but I didn't. what I can say after being in the building 2 nights in a row with this man, there were CM Punk chants going on outside before we even made it into the venues.
Yeah, that'd be annoying. I'm gonna be straight. That would annoy me though.
Everyone's getting to their seats. There are CM Punk chants. Commercial breaks. All of that.
CM Punk. You headed into the bathroom. Yo, CM Punk.
So while I am happy that he made his appearance early at Deadline and the chant stopped after that, I had to sit like the first hour of SmackDown just listening to, oh my God, my head hurts just thinking about that shit. Holy shit.
Nah, I would get tired for that too. As somebody that I'm happy to see CM Punk's back, I would hate hearing the chant so many times. But it's just like, he's gone. Like, he's not coming back out. Like, continue the show. Like,
But this is before he even like came out. Like after he like showed himself, the chant stopped. But it's just like outside, coming to your seats, where during intermission, like, bro, like, please. Like, please. I'm begging you, please.
Please, can we chant whoop that trick instead? Like, something else. Something relevant.
So we talked about all the major matches that happened at the pay-per-views this year. I already said what mine was. It was Money in the Bank, the Bloodline Civil War. What was your favorite pay-per-view match of 2023?
Pay-per-view match. I'm pretty sure I said it earlier, but my favorite pay-per-view match of 2023 is the Bad Bunny and Damian Priest match. I'm pretty sure I said it again. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. For one, the shock value of Bad Bunny doing some of those spots that you wouldn't expect a celebrity to do, that was amazing to see. And
they said he was at the PC training hard.
Yeah, like hearing that too, he really wanted to put on a show. I have newfound respect for him, and like I'm streaming all his albums now. Like I listened to like that new album like so many times already. But but for real though, like that match, the the environment of that match really made it for me, because something I'm big on when it comes to anything really is, I hate to use this word, but the vibe of the area, the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's dead, and I feel like I have to be the one to like, yo, let's go. Like if I have to put in that effort to kind of like make it hype, or like make me feel hype about it, or make me feel positive about it, I'm not gonna like it. I like environments where everybody is excited, or not, depending on the area of what we're doing. But if everybody's excited, everybody's happy, positive, and we all flow off each other's energy, just when it comes to the thing we like. And everybody in that arena liked everything about that match. There was no, even if there was, I don't even remember there being a botch, and if there was a botch, I don't remember it, because that entire match was just so was energized by the fans. We were surprised by what Bad Bunny was doing. Damian Priest also took great care of him. Shout out Damian Priest for being a great worker. And
the only controversy that I really heard about that match was the fact that Bad Bunny came out with the old scratch logo on it, like the WWF scratch logo on him.
I didn't know that. I didn't even realize that.
The people were not, like, the company, they were not with the shits. And then Carlito came out that night as well too.
Yeah, Carlito coming back too. I'm pretty sure I heard leaks of him coming back anyways. But I was still happy to see him and I'm about to say Chavo, not Chavo. Was it Savio? Am I tripping to Savio? I don't remember the other person that came out. But seeing the whole like Hispanic heritage just kind of run rampant that night.
Mm-hmm.
I was very happy. I was excited to hear that, and it bounced off of me, and that made like all those matches like really special to me. But that Bad Bunny and Damian Priest match, like that table spot that was it Damian or Bad Bunny took, bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's a normal table spot that any wrestler would probably take. I popped heavy for that when Bad Bunny took that. I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, nah. I'm like, nah. He's the all-time best. He's the best artist, best wrestler, like celebrity wrestler. Like, Like that match was by far great because was by far my most favorite. Easy.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap up the show here. We just hit the 2 hour and 30-minute mark.
Damn, this is a podcast.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
podding for real. So,
Let's start one.
I
I'm with it.
will say this: we may not have an episode next week.
No.
Simply off the fact that there is no SmackDown, there is no live SmackDown this week, and then next week is New Year's.
Oh, we can talk about
So,
that. Oh, we're talking about that now. Never mind.
so Monday the 1st is the new Raw. NXT comes back that Tuesday, and then Friday SmackDown will be back live. So we'll come back the second week of January and do another episode. Carrot, would you like to join us for that?
You know, I'm there.
All right. So that's it for the wrestling room. So you're
Hooray!
Maurice. Maya's not here to end off the show the way that she would usually end off the show, so I'll go ahead. Carrot, is there anything you would like to say?
I hope to become daily a part of the wrestling room. This is a great podcast done by my best friend Lysha Maurice. And I'm very thankful that she has me on because I do love wrestling. I love wrestling since I was a child, and I hope to speak. I don't really speak those thoughts a lot. I just kind of keep it to myself because I don't got nobody to talk with. But I got my thoughts to express here, so I'm very thankful to get that output out here. I'll be there next week and the week after that and the week after that and the week after that. We do this day in, day out, number one podcast, wrestling room at all time. What we're talking about. That's what Happy New Year to everybody out there. You know what we're talking about. Yeah.
And with that being said, yeet.